Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, all you Trump-hating men, don't get your panties in a bunch. Fonnie Willis did not lose everything because she had some items that got thrown out of the courtroom. So the judge threw out 6 items from the case. And those 6 items he threw out were thrown out for every single person involved. And the reason is because there was no possible way to prosecute them. It's called prosecutorial misconduct. What they do is they throw on these extra charges in a case that they can't possibly prosecute because there's no evidence, just for the simple fact of making the person who is the intended, I'm going to say victim in this case, um, the alleged criminal, look worse. So that if they did have a jury or if they interview the public, it makes that person look worse to the audience. That is the reason that prosecutors do this. That's a reason they have a prosecutorial misconduct rule in a lot of, I would imagine, every state, to be honest. Because you can't mislead the public in such a big way that the person doesn't get a fair trial. All he did was level it out to try to make the trial more fair. He hasn't made the decision on Fonnie Willis yet or Nathan Wade. Now, from what I've seen, Nathan Wade, we heard from the governor of Georgia that he's a very organized person. We also heard from multiple people that he used to teach newly practicing judges how to start up and run their courtrooms. The man is no slouch, okay? The lack of experience everybody's talking about happens to be in specifically the RICO case, because compared to the other two, I believe there's 2 other lawyers that are contractors who are being paid far less, he has the least amount of experience. He has no experience in RICO until this case. Now, does that mean he'll never try a RICO case again? Well, no, that doesn't. It's possible that the experience from this case would bring him up to the next level. Maybe he's more organized than the 2 senior persons, and that's why he was in charge. I mean, that's a possibility. However, the way the money was flowing in, it really doesn't look that great for Mr. Wade or Fonnie Willis in that respect. The taxpayers are definitely going to have second thoughts come next election. I'm sure of it. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I think this judge is doing an excellent job. That's all I really had to say about the case in general. Everyone is blowing up and saying, oh, this giant blow against Fonnie. It's not really against Fonnie. This is a situation where the judge made a decision that is pro-constitution, pro-fair rights in the courtroom. Anyone who has ever been in court and tried for any reason should want a judge who is fairly removing things that shouldn't have been prosecuted to begin with, because those things make the person who is being the target, in this case, the target of the criminal prosecution, it makes them look like, well, now we can have possibly a fair trial. And I believe that's what he's shooting for. He wants this to be a fair trial. I don't know if he's going to keep this in his courtroom. I don't know if he's going to keep it in his jurisdiction, but he could. But I'd say there's a strong possibility that 2 people in this case get thrown off the case. My opinion. Anyway, I believe that out of all 3 judges that we have seen in recent times, the 2 in New York specifically, this is the only judge that I've seen actually behave in a manner that is befitting the office of the position of being a judge. He's the only one that hasn't shown a lack of common sense. He's the only one who has shown level-headedness, that he has patience, and he has let this trial proceed in a very organized manner. he's an excellent judge. And I've had plenty of judges in my divorce alone. I have several magistrates. And I can tell you that he's one of the better ones. Flat out. No question about it. He's one of the better ones. Whether you're on the left or the right, he's the kind of guy that you want overseeing your case. Whether you have a jury or not, you want somebody who is going to try to ensure that the situation doesn't get skewed one way or the other unfairly. So keep that in mind. When you go to court, you want to make sure that you get justice. Whether it's a DUI, I mean, hello. I got a DUI once after Bondo dust blew in my eyes when I turned on my air conditioner. Okay? DUI, Bondo dust in my eyes. Why? Because a gas station attendant called the police when I went into the bathroom to wash my eyes out. That's why. I couldn't see. I pulled over, first exit, first gas station. It blew out of my air conditioner. I assume it was Bondo dust. It was white. My car had just gotten back from being rebuilt. Bondo dust has ether in it. Guess what? Ether automatically will cause you to blow over on a breathalyzer. So, day I got my car back. Go figure. Or at least it was the first week. So, anyway, it's my first night out when I got my car back from being rebuilt. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Think about that. Think about wanting justice in your corner when you're in a position to need it. And I hope you guys treat everyone involved in this trial as fairly as possible. Try to be nice. America wasn't built on hate. At least I hope it wasn't.